Alright, next up we have a very interesting test. Here we have Sarmatian Cataphracts versus Royal Lancers. Now Sarmatian Cataphracts have 20 bonus versus cavalry spears with them, so they're, whereas the Royal Lancers only have 10 cavalry bonus versus spears. Now the Sarmatian Cataphracts in tight formation diamond versus loose formation diamond versus just regular 1v1. The results are very, very interesting. Sarmatian Cataphracts over here performing equally, 58 kills, 58 men, 54. 55 Sarmatian Cataphracts versus 58 Royal Lancers here. And that is incredibly surprising. 51 versus 57, 58 versus 48. Looks like the tight formation wedge is performing better than the loose formation wedge, although it is very, very close to tell. Yeah. So that's a pretty big revelation. You don't need Noble Alani cavalry in diamond formation to defeat Royal Lancers. Sarmatian Cataphracts do a better job than Noble Alani cavalry because Sarmatian Cataphracts have 20 cavalry bonus versus cavalry bonus spears, and I don't really understand it yet. Maybe it's the fact that wedge affects their charge bonus. Like for shock cavalry, charge bonus matters more, and wedge improves charge bonus for units, so I guess that's why these guys do better. But you can see that with 52 fucking units left, Sarmatian Cataphracts beat Royal Lancers here. 43 units left, the Royal Lancers are wavering. With a scare unit nearby, not really, because the Royal Lancers are scared though. Not really sure. Okay, anyways, you guys stay tuned for more. This is pretty cool, right? A pretty cool video. Stay tuned for more tests. Alright, so now we're going to see if putting my Royal Lancers on loose formation on both of them changes anything. The last one was both my guys were in tight formation and they lost to Sarmatian Cataphracts. Now maybe they can turn the tides when both of them are in loose formation. 79 with 15 kills here. 68 with 18. They do well initially, but the tides quickly turn in the Sarmatian Cataphract's favor. Not so for the Sarmatian Cataphract with loose wedge though. 48 men left here and 61. So that seems like a pretty big difference. The loose, I can understand why, because the loose wedge formation means that they're wider, so I guess more units get hit by the Royal Lancers at once, so more of them die. But either way, 44 versus 48, the Royal Lancers are losing slightly in both cases. Honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Whether they're in loose formation or in tight formation, the Sarmatian Cataphracts, provided they are in wedge, will win out against Royal Lancers. And that's because of their cavalry, 20 cavalry bonus spears. Yeah, this is going to be in a different... if you guys want to see it, I'll put it up. There's no real point to putting Royal Lancers in wedge. When they're in wedge, they do just as poorly. Actually, even poorer. The Royal Lancers lose to Sarmatian Cataphracts in wedge as well. So, yeah. The best thing for your Royal Lancers to do is to put them on regular formation. And even then, they lose to Sarmatian Cataphracts, provided the Sarmatian Cataphracts are in wedge formation. Pretty crazy. Now again, wedge formation gives your Royal Lancers the opportunity to charge the supporting infantry, like I mentioned earlier. But the difference is the Sarmatian Cataphracts can do the exact same thing, and they'll do a much better job than Noble Alani, because Sarmatian Cataphracts have that, they are shock cavalry, they have that charge bonus, which means they can destroy your Burgundian Axemen or whatever much quicker than Noble Alani. So honestly, by doing these tests, I think one conclusion can be made. If you're facing up against Burgundians, or if you're facing up against any shock cavalry faction like Sassanids, no real point to bringing Noble Alani. Maybe there's a point to bringing Alani Horsemen, but there's definitely a point to bringing Sarmatian Cataphracts and putting them in wedge and then charging into the enemy cavalry. They seem to do really, really well in that case, especially against Royal Lancers. Royal Lancers are probably the strongest, or now maybe second strongest shock cavalry unit in the game, and Sarmatian Cataphracts are nowhere near them. They still defeat them with wedge, which is pretty substantial. Pretty substantial. So yeah, that's on that revelatory note. I'll leave you guys for today. Stay tuned for more. Peace.